Alrighty, well, welcome back to the third episode, part 2 of the live stream of Dungeons and Dialogues. I'm here with my great co-host Scott.
I mean, I wouldn't say great. Better than you, but not. I'm Scott.
All right, and then I'm Joey here. We're just doing another session of Dungeons and Dialogue. We have with us guest Nicole, our very special guest today. You want to say hello, Nicole?
Hello.
She's our current DM as we may record this podcast today. And we're just going to go ahead and basically walk her through what we've been asking each other in these last 2 podcasts, kind of get a feel for everyone with those type of questions. Do you want to start us off, Scott?
Yeah. So this is just something we've done to ask everybody. The first one: how'd you get into D&D?
Well, I got to D&D because of you and Dylan, Sam. Our first one was Skya.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was telling them that too. Yeah.
And I played a druid named Willow. She's awesome.
100% not false.
Yeah.
I was not in that recording session of Askaya. I was in Askaya, as we've called it, Askaya 2.0.
Yeah, evil version.
And I was in a Sky 1, a Sky 2, and a Sky 2.5.
Yeah, it's a mess.
So much going on with that.
A lot of stories came from that.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was really fun because it was our first time actually playing, and it was just all new. Like Sam, he did the fighting in the arena, so it got us to go in there, shot down some birds and stuff.
Those poor birds.
Yeah.
We'll save that for when Sam gets that story.
This is all news to me because I was not in that campaign.
Yeah, that went pretty far.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Opening doors. Our lights on, and they know it.
I don't think they've seen the light yet.
Wow. We should just yell at them.
In the middle of confessionals.
In the middle of.
If you guys didn't know,
podcast.
they're in the other room, editing. We're in here doing this.
All right. While we're doing a podcast, they're working hard to make sure the videos go out on time.
I was
I
working
mean-
on the whole map thing back there. That's going well.
What kind of things you got going on for that map?
I'm trying to make the towns. It's really hard. Dylan's the pro at it. He goes on live streams like every
On this one?
day.
On this specific channel.
Oh, yeah, he live streams here if you guys didn't know. And it's pretty cool. He's teaching me some stuff.
That's good. Yeah, he's been working on that map for for his map specifically for almost 3
A month.
weeks. Damn.
Over a month. He's put in last 2 weeks ago. He put in 40 hours in just 1 week, and then before that he's been when he had his one job he was doing. He was literally working on his maps at work because his job was that easy.
Yeah.
So he's put about a good 2 months or so into this map, and he's not even a quarter of the way done. He says he's got hand drawn stuff, but he's doing all this stuff in Photoshop. If you guys have been on here and you came in because of him, then you'll definitely see him doing that.
Again. At
Yeah.
some point when he gets back to it. But back on the topic of our guest here, Nicole. She's been running our lovely and amazing campaign that we're currently playing through.
Good old Salandria.
Good old
Salandria.
Salandria. Have you had any moments that you have liked more than others so far in the campaign that you've come up? Because this is your first campaign, correct? Your
The
first
very
DM.
first session of the very first hour.
This is
The
just
one she liked the most. Wasn't my favorite.
I tried not to do that. Okay,
I'm
you're
just
the one
giving
that
you
came
shit.
back and was
I'm
like,
just giving you shit.
I'm gonna punch you.
I'm a punch stuff. That's all I know how to do is punch stuff.
But I like putting. I go through the the books.
The DMG?
The DMG, and it the monster manual.
Oh, the monster manual.
And I like to try to make their description as well as what are those things I did with the fire? I set you and Dylan and Sam on fire, and those creatures actually do that in the book. And
I really don't know.
I can't remember.
Sam just got introduced to this girl, I think named Lilith, and she's like a half lizard, half human. She loves playing songs and stuff, and Sam got a 20. on a roll, and I made her come in. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That's
It
pretty
was
cool.
our characters don't know this.
And Joey already
Definitely
knows, but his
doesn't
player
know this.
doesn't know. But it's she's the god of what was it?
She's not God. She just came from another plane because their plane, they adore music, arts, anything art, they love. They have actual, like, birds guarding their city.
Oh, okay.
And I was going through the book before I started this campaign, and I was like, Sam's going to be a bird. I'm going to put this in. And I've been waiting. I thought I was going to do it right out of Modor, but it didn't. You guys rolled. He rolled too soon, so I just
Not
put
to
it in
be
there.
confused with Mordor. It's Modor.
Modor.
Oh,
That was
no
my
more?
mistake a lot.
Yeah.
Good job.
But, and I liked when you guys picked up the children. That was pretty funny.
That
And
wasn't
the
me.
town-
Me and Dylan, we went in through for a secret agent mission.
Yeah, and you guys just left Tap with his dad.
He was dead. Like, I got these kids to worry about, and this big bad, he's dead.
Yeah.
Such a rogue thing to do.
Hey man, my plate was full, and then some.
Ooh, I like stealing shit off you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah.
for taking our shit, Nicole.
Yeah, she always does that.
If I get a chance, I'm going to. You guys need to guard your stuff a
Yeah.
lot more.
Good
Now
thing-
you guys have a
Good thing I'm a rogue.
yeah rogue now.
Yeah, and the good thing we have a safe for Sam's painting, so we don't have to worry about
I don't
him.
think you guys
Right.
I don't think you guys bought it safe yet.
Oh wow.
There's a hidden compartment. It's not like
It's
a safe
hidden,
safe,
but-
but it's a hidden
We
compartment.
can affix a lock to it of some sort.
But
Magic it.
yeah.
Magic the shit out of it.
Cause ooh baby, that shit sucks.
When you're on fire and your shit's getting stolen.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah. I threw Nightwalkers at you guys. One Nightwalker, and some stuff went down, and you guys like got teleported out.
We're like, we're level 3 for this
Yeah.
Night Stalker.
And the king and queen showed up with their army. Started fighting them for like 3 days straight until you came and shot them
Yeah. So yeah, with an arrow.
with the magic stuff on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's most of what happened. Not a lot. Like, there's been dark moments, like teammates killing teammates, and
Betrayal,
Teammates.
love, and lust.
yeah, like I don't know. There's so many parts to this campaign, and it is my first campaign, so it's not going to be perfect.
No, of course not.
But it's still good to watch. It's funny moments and everything like that.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
it's-
having fun with it at least.
I mean, after my first session, me crawling out from underneath the table, both in real life and at the tavern,
Cause why not?
I'm having fun with it.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. Anything else related to your first time as DMing here you want to bring forth onto the podcast?
Like any tips you can give to new DMs or something like that?
So-
Write down your stuff. Definitely write it down.
As it turns out, a pen and paper tabletop game needs pen and paper
Yeah.
or pencil,
Holy crap, are you
specifically
kidding me?
pencil.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, I've been playing this game wrong?
Holy shit!
I guess, man.
God,
And-
I've been using my own blood.
And I noticed try to make the monsters like not like made towards the players, but yeah, made towards the players, like their specific.
Right, don't give them a challenge rating like 16 monster when they're all a bunch of level 3s.
But do it if you want to.
Cough, cough.
Because I do that a lot. I do follow the challenge rating, but I feel like you guys can do better, so I actually raise it. And I do mod the creatures a lot to make them stronger, because the stronger they are, the more points you guys get, the more you level up, and you guys have to like reach a big level by the end.
Right, right.
Yeah, I think we'll be done.
I,
Doing pretty okay.
I think we'll get through it.
Doing pretty
hope.
okay.
I'm going to stop. Really, I'm not really helping you guys. You guys are like helping yourself, but I keep my stake as the first DM. I don't want to kill anybody, but Scott.
Too late.
Scott's been dead.
But that was like,
For a long time.
yeah, but forgot what I was saying.
You're talking about not wanting to kill players as a new
Yeah.
DM, even though you completely murked Scott.
Well, Scott kind of did to
Merc.
himself. I didn't want going to do it. I wasn't going to do it, but he got up and punched her. And I was actually
Good.
going to go kill Dylan, honestly.
Good job, asshole.
Because that whole time, I was trying to make everyone get into the water, and Dylan's like, I'm going to jump into the water. And my character's like, really? And that's what I was going to do, but Scott hit me.
Now see, this is what happened. This is my thing. Oh man, there's a witch right in front of me. She's casting magic. I should probably stop that. I'm gonna punch her to stop that.
Yeah, but you were like negative. You were like 1 or something.
I was at 2.
He's at
Jesus,
2.
man.
Actually, no. Hold on.
Pick your battles.
Hold on, no. No, you're
Pick
not
your
the
battles.
person that killed me. You know who actually killed me?
Who killed you?
Rodney.
Wait,
Rodney killed me. He got a nat 1 on trying to hit the bitch. Lodged his swords through my side.
Oh, man.
Dylan came through and it's like, oh, I'm at -2. Dylan's like, run, heal, run the hell away. I'm at 2. Well, my plan's kind of out the window and she's casting magic. I'm going to stop that so the other party members don't get hurt. I'm going to punch her.
And then you suicided.
And then I missed.
Yeah.
Really badly
And
missed.
At the end of the day, they didn't. They ran from the witch.
Yeah.
They saved the children, though, but they kind of just ran.
They
She's
saved.
still there,
Yeah.
so that happened. They run a lot in my campaign because I always
Oh,
go too high power.
over level the enemies. Make it a little difficult.
Because you can't just throw, like, I do throw, what are those, not goblins? Yeah, goblins. I
Goblins.
throw goblins at you guys a lot.
He threw goblins and kobolds at us.
That's awesome.
A lot of goblins more.
We were just
than
talking, I
kobolds.
believe, last podcast, Scott, that kobolds don't get enough love.
Dude, I fucking love kobolds.
Kobolds are pretty cool,
Kobolds are
lore-wise.
like my favorite race.
Wait, isn't the kobolds the little guys?
Yeah, little rock
my
lizards.
dragon shaman in
Oh,
the
yeah,
water campaign.
okay.
I was a kobold, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm a 5-headed mega dick.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? No. I literally went up to a boss and one-shot him because fuck him.
You got really strong in that campaign.
Way too strong.
That
So
was
I'm
fun.
what are some things you do for the channel, like overall? Well, I mean, I know right now you're working on
I'm just
DMing right now.
I'm
but
just doing the DM because you have to make a bunch of story for it. Like after I'm done with DMing, Sam's teaching me how to edit, so I'm gonna edit.
Okay.
But right now, I'm just looking through the books.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because being the DM, it takes a lot,
Yeah.
especially when you're still kind of new-ish to D&D.
And you gotta be a good storyteller. I never told stories.
You know,
Before?
that's definitely my biggest problem with DMing is storytelling.
Yeah.
Not my strong suit.
I feel like after a while, you get used to it. And like, there's a bunch of cameras on me too, so that was nerve-wracking at first. Like, I stutter a lot. But, yeah.
I get that though.
You know, me and Scott have previously mentioned that we also get nervous in front of cameras. And we're not,
I just hate being in front of a camera. I already have that massive anxiety. Putting a camera in my face just makes it worse.
you know,
I
I'm right there with
wouldn't
you.
mind it, but like, I'm telling a story from like nothing to something, and I'm trying to make it into something. And the first time doing something, if cameras are recording you, it's not that. It doesn't feel good.
No, it's
Exactly.
scary.
Yeah.
But after like the 3rd week, I got fine with it.
Yeah.
Got used to it.
All right, here. Then you played a couple sessions of D&D outside of being this DM, correct?
Yep.
What do you think would have been your favorite character you played so far?
Ooh, Willow.
Willow, go ahead and explain
Yeah.
some more about Willow so the listeners get a sense of what's going on with Willow here.
Willow and I gotta say Raven, like they're both really good. One was in the water campaign and one was in what was it?
Askaya?
Askaya.
Yeah, Willow was our it was in Askaya and Raven was in the water campaign.
Yeah, and Willow, she's a druid. She came from a family in the woods that got massacred, and she been in the woods all of her life, and she came upon these group of people, hanged out with them for a while, tried to save the world. Then my character found out something about Sam's character, that his whole place,
You're shaking me like it's shaking this.
his whole family killed. He's the one that massacred my family. His family did.
That probably sounded good on the microphone.
Oh yeah, that sounds real good on my microphone.
My character got pissed, and all of our party split off for like months, and that's when the evil campaign came in, took over, and then after that, me and Sam had to get back together, Willow and
Jack
Jackson, and we went into the future and then the past and then all kinds of universes. And at the end of the campaign, I turned into the spirit of the forest, and Sam turned into
the king.
No, it wasn't the king. It was like some kind of protector of Paylord.
Oh, so
okay.
A Hierophant of Paylor.
Yeah, probably a Hierophant or...
Yeah, it was the Hierophant. It's what they went back in time to go get... Sorry, forward in time to go get the equipment to beat my mummy character and the rest of that gang.
We went everywhere. That was a cool campaign. In the water campaign, I was a
half vampire,
half vampire, cleric
of the Blue Lady.
The Blue Lady.
And that was awesome because in the middle of the campaign, I turned into a vampire lord.
Mm-hmm.
I could do so much with that, and I came like a medium size.
You were medium. You became a large class creature.
Oh,
so you were, for every instance, every good instance, you was a large class. Other than that, you was a medium. So like you're walking down a street, and this door is for a medium class and not for a large class. You can fit through that door, but you're still treated as large.
Okay.
Oh, so she had the same thing that the half giant has.
Yes, 100%. It was exactly like that. If you know anything about half giants,
useful.
It's like for every good thing that can come of it, they're treated as large. But they're still a medium class creature, so it's like I can wield with a large class weapon without having monkey grip
Or any penalties.
or any penalties.
The one thing I like about Raven so much is that I tried to make her like, because she lost her memory and then her memory came back to her, and that she was the princess of like
The Vampire Kingdom.
the Vampire Kingdom. And my brother, his name was
Eden the Terrible.
Ian Terrible, and he fought not Joey, Dylan, and they were fighting, and in the middle of that, he turned around and like killed.
He killed his first mate, and when he killed his first mate, you basically yelled at him.
He was my cousin. His first mate was my cousin.
Yeah, and he got killed him, and then it's just like he started getting pissed off, and you're just like, I'm gonna cast Heartstop on him, and as you said, like as you cast it, you said stop, and he just failed and died.
Well, we had a big argument for that because I was trying to tell him not to do this.
Yeah, it was like, why did you do that? It's family. You need to stop doing this. A whole like a literally in real life 5-minute argument.
Yeah, and I was like screaming, and he wouldn't listen, so I stopped his heart, and he died. And
cold to do that to your own sibling.
Yeah, and I don't know how, but I went into hell.
We got the help of Rosewood.
Yeah.
To do a ritual, because we did a mass res thing, because you had the ability to bring him back to life, kind of thing.
Because I really wanted him back.
But you're like, he's not answering, so it's like, well, ritual, we're going to him and getting him back now.
And he wasn't changed when I went down there, and I had to talk him into coming back with me, and he did. But the bastard freaking betrayed me at the end and talked to my father and told him all kinds of stuff. So I had to fight my father, and he was like not a god, but
he had divine rank 0.
Yeah.
So literally,
he's basically a god.
Yeah, me, Sam, and Dylan were all basically at the boat. Like, she can handle it. Walking real slow.
And I'm already in there.
She's already in there, already talking to him, and we're just now making our way there. And all of a sudden, he just flips a switch and activates his divine aura, and we're like, shit, gotta run.
This is not a fight that we can win.
This is not a fight that we're not sure, because that is literally godly power, and we weren't high enough level to tell the difference. We just knew it was a godly power. So we're just like, we've seen a lot of those. There's a lot of them that hate us. Booking it.
And you guys ran in. I think I already killed. I killed him.
You killed him 4 rounds before we showed up.
Yeah, because I was mad, and I was super mad at my brother, and he left already, so I couldn't find him. But later in the campaign, I found him again, and I did I kill him? I think I killed him.
I know Dylan did.
Dylan killed him. Somebody killed him because I was really mad. I wanted him to die because nobody betrays me Twice. Oh, and in that campaign, I killed off all the gnomes.
You what?
Single gnome.
Yeah.
Every single gnome that she
Okay.
could find.
The thing is, what I love, my character loved gnomes so much. But she had to give it away to go to the
Carceri.
her one thing she loved truly. And she had to give that away, but before she gives it away, she wants to, like, gulge and eating and killing them. Because when a vampire gets something taken away, like a love, they get obsessed with it. And that's what happened. And now her boat's made out of bones from
Gnomes.
Now she uses blood,
Yeah, you got
blood weapons.
Yeah, because you got gnome blood in a vial
Mhm.
And did some magic to make it like an infinite vial of gnome blood. And you use those as weapons now.
And the gnome blood has its own magical power because there's no more gnomes left in the plane. And my next move, after we go out to Kaseri, I want to kill the god of the gnomes.
Glitter gold.
Yes, that's my goal.
Because
And
if she can't have gnomes, no one can have gnomes.
and my boat actually goes into other planes, so I can actually go to other planes and kill off their gnomes too.
Wow.
And that's my plan.
yeah, it's really fucked up.
That's really nuts.
Yeah.
That's how we got the blood seed, because we did a big ritual to give her an endless supply of blood gnome after she had her fill of gnome blood.
And in that campaign, I'm super ugly because I did all that. So I
Marked
have
for
a
life
ring.
as a werebeast.
Yeah, and I have a ring that makes my appearance turn back before I did it. So,
Huh.
so that's pretty cool.
Charisma of, what was it, 22?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Jesus.
She
It
had
was
really
really-
high charisma.
And usually vampires are beautiful anyways. And they like live off that.
Depends on who you're reading.
True. But usually they like
Always.
Not in the Anne Rice novels, surprisingly
Hey.
enough.
We don't talk about those.
You know you love yourself some Anne Rice.
I've never read them.
I read some. I think I have some books back there. But
You have a lot of books.
I do. Not a lot more than you guys. You guys have like a
It's not us, it's her, it's my girlfriend.
Yeah, it's definitely hers.
But yeah, that character, I gotta say, much more happened in that campaign. But there are two different. Like, one was evil, one was good.
Yeah.
No, I had fun slaughtering and saving people. Like, Willow, she went into the future, and you guys made it all evil, and I had to walk around, and there was no plants around, and I went into this town, and I started planting plants because everyone was starving, and I grew a whole forest of fruit, everything, and they tried to take over my body.
Yeah,
Sell me.
mind flayer.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So that happened. I knew not to help people back then, so I didn't help people ever after that in that world because everything
One
was
and
way
done.
too evil.
Yeah, it was a hyper evil world after I got done with it and the rest of my group, which involved. We're gonna have a brief interruption here, real quick. Give us one moment. So we just had our guest here needed to be called away real quick, so she's gonna deal with whatever she has to deal with. I guess we're back to talking to each other again, Scott.
I'm so sick and tired of you.
Right? All right. So I guess we're just gonna talk shit back and forth until Nicole gets back.
If there's any questions, go for it.
I guess now would be a great time if we got any of viewers here to ask questions. We'll probably still have the same question section at the end. This is just kind of an impromptu thing. Something came up. Oh, has it been taken care of?
Yep.
Remember to plug that back in, please.
The light.
The light.
The light.
Oh!
I'm sorry.
Damn near broke the light.
Yeah.
But yeah, both of those campaigns were good. Sorry for that interruption.
I mean, you should be.
People don't know we're recording. It happens sometimes.
Almost never.
Yeah, I know.
some would say actually never.
All right.
So,
No.
out of everything, what would you say your
Favorite class is, like in D&D.
Druid.
Well,
Because you are the real life druid. Yeah, Scott. Like that was a good question.
I know, but still, people don't know.
I definitely like druids. They're really low in the beginning, but after a while, like level 10, you get like everything, and level 15, you get where you can look like anyone, shape face or something. Wild shape or
The
something.
wild shape, I think you get level 12. That you turn into an animal.
And that's awesome. No, you can change in other people's faces.
Oh, that okay. Yeah, that one's level 15 then. I
Yeah,
think,
and
if I remember.
they're pretty
correctly.
cool.
That's good.
We have some
Adjusting to.
Some on the fly tech repairing right here.
Hey man, I'm trying.
Well, if you wouldn't break everything.
I didn't break anything this time.
He broke
This time.
something.
Hey, not this time.
I had to start speaking up a little louder, Nicole.
Okay.
So you're not gonna bury your face in it.
Sorry, guys.
I mean, sometimes you do.
I'm a low speaker.
Just
But-
eating it.
Druids are amazing. They get to walk through forests, and plants just go their separate ways so it can walk through.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the fun ones.
Definitely having total control of nature would be fun in any setting, unless the nature is fucked.
But I gotta say, I haven't played that many races though, so. But this for right now, Druid.
Okay, now we talked briefly before about you not liking that to be on the camera, or at least at the beginning did not like being on the camera for the D&D recording. Outside of that, is there anything else that you really just don't like about our recording setup or anything like that?
Our recording setup is really cool. It's really professional. And we try really hard. Some of the audio messes up a lot.
Still working out the kinks on that.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this campaign's like our trial and error. We're trying it, seeing what's good. We're gonna try to. Okay, this is weird, but we're gonna try to hang a thing from the ceiling so we can have cameras looking out at us at the middle of the table.
That'd be pretty cool. A bunch of like mounts that hang from the ceiling that you can attach a camera to get each person's face.
And a camera at the bottom so it looks at the map. And I think that would be pretty cool to do.
Yeah,
but
that would be, yeah.
right now, this is just trial and errors for right now. We're trying out stuff.
I definitely understand that. And I'm hoping here, since I've been brought on and I'm helping with the podcast, I can help with the audio problems. Looking into getting an actual mixer with enough microphone or XLR inputs to cover everyone on one of these type of condenser mics, because we've been using my Yeti since even before I joined the channel.
Which
Yeah.
is a great mic.
Oh, I
so.
love the Yeti.
I mean, you've certainly always been a part of the channel. You just haven't been in.
You just couldn't get your
That's fair.
schedule changed. Like, he was helping with the social media for a while there before he came on.
Were you?
I was trying to. I don't really understand social media that much, to be completely honest.
I get that.
I like Instagram. We're doing well on there.
That's like our primary thing now.
At this moment, yeah, it allows for the easiest streamings and live streamings, like what we just did before we came in here to record this.
Yeah.
like with Instagram, it's pretty much like a lot of D&D people love Instagram because it's like, oh man, check out this map I made. Oh hey, look at this mini I just painted. Oh hey, look at my dice. And it's like, yo, these are all like really freaking cool things. So like, Instagram pretty much like killed Tumblr, because before then Tumblr was like the big thing of like, yeah, a lot of D&D players go to Tumblr because it's like everything's pretty much there. I mean, there's still a lot of D&D stuff on Tumblr.
I think some people are going to like our channel because we're doing a unique thing. We're trying to tape it and roleplay and do all this kind of stuff. And we're trying to make little side episodes. Because there's not that many out there. You can't watch a D&D session without a podcast or something.
Yeah, like a lot of D&D stuff now is like podcasts. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love me a podcast.
I mean, we're here doing a podcast at the
Yeah.
moment, so
Yeah, but it's like if you want to watch someone play D&D, like your best bet is Critical Role, and that's because Matt Mercer's like, yo, I want people to play D&D because I love this. I'm gonna put money in this, and it's working, and he does a phenomenal job at it. Good old McCree.
Good old McCree. Yeah, him and his prolific voice acting.
McCree doesn't. Who else does he do again?
He and there was a 3D Resident Evil movie here recently. I forget the name of it. Vendetta. Resident Evil Vendetta. It came out like last year.
I'm not sure.
He voices Leon Kennedy in that.
Really?
Yeah, I think he also voices Leon Kennedy in one of the games. I want to say 6.
Oh. Neat. Okay, well, let's get back to the topic at hand because that was a little sidetracked.
A little bit of a tangent.
What would you say one of your biggest strengths and weaknesses are as a
Player and a DM.
Ooh, DM, I don't write down stuff that much than I should. And player, it's really hard, the numbers. Like, just the numbers of it.
Like math and...
Yeah, making the character sheet for me. It's sometimes easy, but, like, it gets confusing after a while because I'm not really that used to it. But I am.
played, like, what, 3 campaigns?
Yeah.
Well,
and, like...
And the more you make them, the more it gets easier. I mean, when it's slow at work, I make a character sheet on the fly.
Yeah, and, like, with being the DM, you're making something that everyone has to have fun with. And, like, sometimes, like, in the beginning of my campaign, it was so slow because there was no bait fight because it was all good. But now you guys are getting to terrible stuff, so I'm going to be throwing at you guys random stuff.
I can't wait to fight those.
Yeah.
It worked so well the last time.
Yeah, it did.
It did. I got a level out of it.
Yeah, I did. You came in even a level above me.
You're damn right.
You son of a bitch.
But it's both fun.
I get that. What about your strengths?
Yeah.
Strengths, like I said before, I'm great at reading the book and putting monsters where they should be and how they fight and all that.
And see, that's what happens when you read the books, guys.
Yeah.
This is podcast 3 in a row where we've emphasized read the book.
Read the book.
It's really important because monsters sometimes like to throw fire. That's what they do.
And then sometimes when you've read the Monster Manual about 2 times, you forget things throw fire. And you forget that you should always be prepared for fire.
It's an ever-present problem.
Yeah, and I'm starting to be a good role player in my last time I played D&D. So that's my good stuff.
That's good.
Good, yeah.
I haven't played that many campaigns, so I'm still working on everything.
I still think it's pretty nuts that you're already DMing like what 3 actual campaigns in. And you're like, fuck it, I'll DM, and you're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to do something really fantasy and like.
Well, you picked the right game.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
All I know is, man, if I DM next and Dylan, if your campaign gets done and Dylan's not done and I'm DMing next, you're gonna fucking hate me.
Oh. Yeah, and I don't want to kill off people because I don't want them to hate me.
Oh man, I have
You gotta
no
murder
problem
somebody.
with that.
You gotta murder somebody as long as it's not something literally dumb.
Man, I almost murdered you guys a lot. Like, I almost killed Sam in the beginning because there was a bull herd no, it was big wolves things.
Yeah, dire wolves.
Dire wolves. They ran
Oh
through
my
the city
God.
and like destroyed half the tavern because they were in a situation that Rodney put them in that they could not get out of if I didn't do that.
Right, I remember hearing about that.
So that was something.
You've probably heard about a lot of that stuff.
I've been pretty up to date on the campaign before
But
I
yeah.
joined in.
Yeah, you have.
We're gonna be putting that stuff out at the end of the summer, so
We're hoping.
yeah,
If it's not, well, we're
trying.
we're trying.
Need to be patient.
You can't tell me what I can and
You need to
can't
be
do.
patient.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'm your legal guardian, so yeah, I can.
You're not.
Yet, I'm talking to your mom. We're gonna figure this out. She's either.
I'll shoot myself.
All right, now Nicole, you've mentioned that one of the things you have a problem with that you find confusing is the numbers and everything and how the actual character sheet works.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, is there anything else that you find at all confusing, even if you've already figured it out about D&D so far?
No.
You're
D&D is really simple. All you need to do is
ready for it?
act. Like, you just have to be have imagination and do what you can do anything in the world that you want to do, like anything. You just have to have imagination.
Yeah, you just got to be able to play the role in this role-playing game.
Yeah.
Take yourself where you want to go.
You also have to
And
have
make
at
your
least-
own. You have to make your own character. If you want to be the main character, you have to make yourself the main character. Because there's probably like 4 or 5 other people playing with you. And you gotta be a team player too. Don't just...
You can't be a lone wolf in a group of 5.
Don't do that, because it definitely strains the party. Definitely the DM, because the DM's trying to help
trying to
everyone
round
out.
up everybody and be like, you guys gotta work together, and the other one's
Right.
like, no.
Like, that's really hard.
Like, if you can't stick together as a team from time to time, shit happens. I mean, we recently just recorded a session where we split up. But if you're always...
Pro tip, don't split up.
No, I love splitting up, because it's like these people get to do their own thing and these people get to do anything.
Don't let your DM
it's their own
split you up.
experience. I like it. I think DMs should split their people up. I know it's boring outside for the other people.
Also,
but
yeah, that's one thing. Hold on, I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. But one thing is, if you're trying to just like play D&D, and you got a group of 4 people or 5 people, take the people that aren't with them and take them somewhere where they can't hear what's going on.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like the best thing, because me and Sam were sitting out when you and Dylan went to go get some stuff.
And I really wish we did what he's about to describe.
And we just went outside and talked and live streamed on Instagram, if everyone remembers that. And we had a great time. We came back in. It's like, so what happened? Can't tell you.
You'll find out in a couple sessions. Don't worry.
Yeah, and we went in there and we did our little sessions, and then they came back. It's like, what'd you do? It's like, well, we died. It's
Yeah.
like, what? It's like, yeah, we died.
Completely lied to us.
We completely lied to them. We didn't die, but we told them we died.
I don't know. It's just a cool experience for both parties when you
Yeah,
get to do that.
it's like you don't know what's actually going on. It's fun. It leaves the mystery.
Yeah.
So it's like, not only can I not player knowledge this, I couldn't if I tried.
I don't even have the... Yeah, right? Like...
I don't
And
have the player knowledge.
notes are great. Giving
notes.
notes to the DM and doing that is pretty fun.
Yeah, that's the basically 2 things that I started doing more with this current campaign and recording session was the leaving when you're not actually there and making sure I have my notes in order.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely really like the notes. Like being able to be like, hey, DM, I want to do this, and instead
Remember
of just
talking
being
to remember talking to your mic, Scott?
I was
Because when
looking
you
at something.
when
What?
you when you move away from
What?
your mic, they can't hear you, even if you're still talking.
What?
You heard me.
What? I'm sorry, what?
This shit's the bomb.
But
Okay.
no, if you passing notes to it instead of just being like, hey, I want to do this so everyone can hear. It's like passing notes to the DM is like secrecy. And it's like, what's he doing? It's like, he's passing a note. It's like, oh, what's he going to do? It could be evil. Could be good. Could just be dumb. It could be just sliding someone a piece of paper that has TPK written like 500 times on the front
Yeah.
page.
Do it.
And then your DM looking at you like, I mean, it's your character. I don't care.
Right.
Scott tried to do that once in the beginning of the campaign.
I literally just sent her a note that had TPK written on it twice. She just looked at me. She's
I'm
like,
like-
yeah, you can if you want. I'm like, I'm not going to, but I just wanted to do it because I thought it was funny.
Right.
Like, I have something in store for your character. I have to hit it with a boulder sometime.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Apparently, before I joined, a couple people got some fortunes
fortune.
told, and someone was told a fortune that they will meet a rogue who gets hit
Sam.
by a Sam gets a fortune saying you get
You'll
meet
meet
a
a
rogue,
thief that gets hit by a boulder.
Yeah?
and I'm like, hey, I'm a thief.
It was way before he even made the character, so...
I didn't think
Yeah.
it was supposed to be about me, but now I'm here.
But now it's about you.
Oh, and in this campaign, I'd have fortune tellers, and those are really cool to play as a DM because, like, you get to tell the future a little bit, but you can make your own story out of it.
Right, you give yourself basically an extra way to, if we get off track, hook us back in with that fortune coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was really smart. I really do. I'm going to basically ear hustle that.
Sure, Dylan's the one that brought that up. He looked into, like, a book about it.
I'm definitely.
Yeah, it's
Some of them are really crazy. Like, yeah, they're really weird.
It's been there for a minute.
yes.
All right, let's see what else. What else we got on the docket here today?
We got a lot.
We got a lot of shit. So let's see. We've covered that.
We've covered a lot of stuff already. Ow.
Let's see here.
Come on, man. You got this. You can do
I
this.
gotta, I gotta find the one that we haven't said yet. Give me 1 second, because we got about
one.
What it is we got about 10 minutes here before we do the last 10 minutes for questions if anyone's watching, and just basically shoot the shit. We're off topic at that point, waiting for questions.
And then we wait. Then we wait 10 minutes and go get Sam or Dylan, and then we come back.
10 or 15, yeah. Let's see here. So something that you've always wanted to do in a campaign, but you haven't yet. Is there you got anything like that? Whether it be with this campaign you haven't got to yet through being a GM, or as a player you were playing in a campaign and it's like, man, it'd be really cool if this happened instead of what actually happened.
Or it's like, man, I've always wanted to play this.
How about character?
Yeah, that'll work.
Character, something like that.
I have
10 minutes of this.
I have a lot of characters I'm looking forward to play. Like, there's one that is all the character does is flip coins. To do this or do that, flip a coin. He has to be neutral, but it'll be fun. And something I've been wanting to do for a while, but nobody wants to DM me because about the fairy. Because they're really small. They have 1 hit point.
Yeah.
But you can go invisible. And if you're a bard, it's just good. I don't mind playing it and dying, because that will happen because I have 1 hit point.
Right.
But it's really hard to hit somebody that tiny.
Yeah.
It's like a
You get like a
especially when they're invisible.
AC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that much.
It's
No.
It's a good
minuscule.
amount.
It's a minuscule.
Fairies are minuscule.
Yeah, they're
You can't
Like
attack
small.
where
They're
shit.
literally like you can't attack. That's why you make it a
that's
bard.
bard
Bard or cleric. Cleric of the
Or
death
sork.
knight.
or
Yeah.
wizard.
Yeah.
Wizard, sork, yeah, spellcaster.
I don't know, I
Definitely
think that would be
caster type race.
super cool and fun.
I've always
I'm gonna
the
give it a
one,
rapier.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be funny though. I mean, I'd like to see that. I might let you do that in mine.
That'd be fun. I'm up for that.
You'll probably
Because
die.
I'm not
but
gonna be.
Salt.
This character's not gonna be a high-powered character. It's gonna be a sideline character. But I always wanted to play this character since like the beginning of my D&D.
I get that.
I mean, we've all had that character.
Yeah, one I didn't get to when I was on mine is I've always wanted to play like a mute bard.
A what?
A mute bard. I don't
Oh.
talk, except for like think of it like a bard, but Silent Bob.
Oh, yeah.
You only say something at the most ridiculous
Oh, yeah.
times.
So you're gonna give us power ups through interpretive dance?
No instruments,
Well, no, of course.
and maybe some interpretive dance.
Oh.
Maybe I'll take my clothes off. Who
God,
knows?
you don't. I've already had to live with that.
I'm gonna be
I'm
a
not about that life.
Hey, I paid rent. Fuck you.
dragon
Ah.
tamer. What?
No,
The next
we
campaign?
can't talk about that one.
Is that the one for?
I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna say about the character.
Yeah, we're not. We can't talk about that one.
Can't talk about it.
No, it's a major. Unless Dylan already has. And if he does, we'll give you a whole 10 minutes to talk about it on the 5-man podcast. How about that?
Oh.
Because what we were told is we can't talk too much about that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I haven't
Okay.
I haven't even given my idea for my character, and I'm super in love with it because it's much like your fairy. It's
Yeah.
not really built for fighting.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna be fucked.
Well, okay, let's get off that. Yeah, I think those characters would be really cool. I want to play Rogue too,
Oh, they're
Rogues are fun.
So fun.
but I want to do that in an evil campaign though. I don't want to do it in like a good one. I want
That's
to be
fair.
evil.
It's hard to do a good rogue when you're new at it. That's not just the Robin Hood, steal from the rich, give to the poor,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and give it a meaningful backstory.
Mhm.
I get that one. There's a lot of stuff.
What was the question?
Things that you haven't been able to either be DM'd with or be the DM for. So like, if there's a situation where you were in an encounter and you're like, well, if it worked out this way, it'd have been cool too.
Or something
Huh.
or something that you yourself had been like, man, I could make this work being the DM and make this kind of story like this.
I want to make a underground world, not underground, but a under the water.
Like I
World.
said,
Like Atlantis?
Like Atlantis,
Oh, okay.
and it's going to be, I forgot what kind of character's going to be in it, but it's going to be like a see-through glass, but it's going to be like a bubble so they can get in, but the people that can get in have to put a pass, so like fishes and like monsters from the sea can't get into the
Oh,
town.
okay.
But I think that would be
that'd
cool.
be pretty fun. Yeah, I'd be down for playing in that.
Sounds like Bioshock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, kind of like Bioshock, but I wasn't gonna make the reference.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bioshock.
I wouldn't care.
I think it'd be amazing.
It would be.
And because nobody like, in the water campaign, we didn't go underneath water so much because there's so high level characters, not characters, but monsters underneath there.
We can literally, I don't think anything down there could give us trouble now, though.
Yeah, definitely now that we're like gods almost.
I have divine rank 0. I'm a 5-headed dragon. Nothing's gonna want to fuck with me.
You're a 5-headed dragon that can split into 5 dragons.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even fair.
Yeah.
No.
It was pretty. All of our characters in the water campaign were pretty.
Not
OP.
all of ours.
Yours died.
Single tier.
Single tier. Dude, could you imagine being like a crazy vampire lord who's destroyed all the gnomes, a 5-headed dragon that can split into 5 heads, a lich, whatever Sam is.
Demi-lich and
Sam is a
thrall herd scion.
Yeah.
And then a me, who's just the captain, who's a swashbuckler, a dread pirate, who has
dead.
leadership.
Okay, you should. I wish you didn't die because it would have been
Yeah, me too.
a great campaign if
It
we
would've
all
been awesome.
stayed together.
The salt in your voice was just, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck you.
I had huge plans for that character. He was gonna like after there was you guys, and then he got leadership when I eventually got him to dread pirate prestige class, and I'd just be able to control pirates. Like you'd be my main characters, and then all the other NPCs are like, yeah, this is the pirate crew of my ship.
I know. After you died, Dylan had to be it, and he didn't have any, like
Any experience.
Because the thing is Dylan was going to be our navigator looking at the stars, and I was just going to be a crew hand. And then it's like, well, I'm the captain now. It's like, well, does that mean I have to be navigator? He's like, yo, you're the small one to get up in the crow's nest. Go up there. I'm like, all right.
Have fun.
And by God, I was fucking good at it.
Dude, if you
I can make myself a mean drink.
Yeah.
I took profession bartender.
Nice.
You did?
That's good. That's what I need to start doing
I
more
had
often.
like 12 ranks in it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was our bartender. We really needed one because most
We
of our
drank
yeah.
all the time, except for Dylan.
Dylan did drink.
He can't. He couldn't drink for the longest time.
Oh.
He's been a lich half the campaign.
Yeah. Before that, he drank with us though.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Well, I think we're getting about that time, are we?
Let me check the old timer here. We got a couple more minutes. As we wait for us to get to the last 10 minutes of this podcast, is there just anything in general you want to state, either about your first time DMing or how you feel about Dungeons and Dragons that you haven't already expressed?
When you're the DM, don't get too stressed out about it. They're gonna have fun no matter what. If you kill off the characters, they can make new ones. But if they get mad, they're sore losers.
One of them.
One of them specifically, who made a
Surprisingly
second
not
character.
me.
For once. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I actually take
Yeah,
it.
no, for once it's not wrong, though. I am
And
literally the saltiest of salts.
don't be scared to throw higher levels at them. They can get out somehow.
Or you can make them get out, one way or the
Yeah,
other.
one way or the other, they die. It's up to them, really. And you.
You just got to work as a team, even with the DM.
Yeah. You can make anything happen.
The DM is your most valuable teammate.
To be completely honest, and your worst enemy.
Yeah. He's
Don't
your
piss
closest
off the DM
ally
that
and
day.
your worst enemy.
But, yeah, I don't really have anything else.
We're basically close enough to the last 10 minutes here. So what we'll do, now that we've gone through the new interview with Nicole, our DM for this current session here, is we'll go ahead and just start opening up the questions here. So we're going to go ahead and keep an eye on the chat, see if we got anyone asking any questions. Just as a reminder, it can be about anything. More examples of our first times playing. I'm sure me and Scott have a couple more that are back in the old vault, the head vault.
That we try to repress.
Yeah, we try to repress. Yeah, there's
a lot of those.
But anyway, so any kind of questions, pertaining to D&D or not, we'll go ahead and try and answer to the best of our ability here. But we're just going to basically start just shooting the shit, as I've said 3 times in a row now for each podcast.
Yeah, you sure have.
And we'll try and finish this out here.
But we will most likely be uploading my campaign at the end of the summer. We are looking towards that.
If not all of it, just parts of it.
We're going to do
still-
episodes,
Yeah.
and we hope you guys like it. At least I hope you guys like my campaign. It's my first campaign, so don't judge it too hard.
It's still good.
Yeah, everyone has mishaps. Like, I've messed up in my campaign, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be whatever.
Yeah, accidents happen. You just gotta move past them and learn from those experiences.
Yeah. I'm sure I want to have a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been working on my setting for a while now, like the past 2 weeks, and all I have is like trap designs, half of a dungeon or a couple pages of like a dungeon. So technically, altogether, half a dungeon, multiple pieces of a dungeon, and an introduction page.
You should make, what I did was I made the map first, and then I made my campaign.
I had ideas. It's not going to be like a map.
Oh.
It's not going to be a typical map. I can give you guys this much because it's definitely going to be a typical dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
If you want to make a rogue, that would be the time, to be completely honest, Nicole.
Huh.
Like, if you want to make a rogue, if he's making a dungeon crawler, you're going to want to play a rogue.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to play a rogue. This is the perfect opportunity. You're going to be using your trap sense, your trap finding, your sneaking, your use device, use magical. Well, you don't use magical device.
Or I could just fly through it.
Yeah, I don't care.
If you want to play the fairy, I'll let you play the fairy.
I will kill
just
the
a fair
fairy so
warning.
you make a rogue.
No, just a fair warning. You probably will die within the first session
It's
if you play a
okay.
fairy.
And you'll make a rogue.
And then you'll probably make a fairy.
Oh, you know
rogue.
what's really weird about the fairy? I can go invisible.
Traps don't need to see you.
I know.
Well, certain traps don't
Certain
need
traps
to see
do.
you. Some still do.
Man, I made a kind of a dungeon. It's like a house, but like with a bunch of traps. And I never threw this at my characters before. But they're going to be surprised when they walk in and just get trapped in the face.
Gotta check every house for traps as soon as I
You guys are not going to
That's
know.
player knowledge.
Now, if I could spin it as my character's fluff, he steals. He's checking every house for traps.
True.
I think he's just checking every
He
house.
only checks the one house ever.
But, yeah. Hope you guys like it.
I mean, I don't see me not liking it.
Same.
And there's a lot of stuff in the forest you guys are going to go into.
Ooh, spooky.
And
Yeah, we've already seen some of it. Me and
Yeah.
Sam have at
it's
least.
definitely going to get worse. I definitely brought, like, from the... What was it?
Which
The
one?
monster manual. I
Monster
got
manual.
almost all my characters from the monster manual. And almost all of them are from, like, the hell one. Like a hell
The
portal.
demons.
Yeah. Almost all of them are demons.
Demons,
and
devils, yeah.
Goats. Ghosts.
Eldritch horrors.
Yeah.
No, please no.
Big old Cthulhu. Something, because I know someone will bring up here now because you're in here. I believe on the last podcast or the first podcast, I brought up that we were going to be trying to do like sketches and side things to complement the channel. That's more than just playing D&D.
Yeah.
And you're going to be kind of in charge of the do-it-yourself kind of section, correct?
Yeah, you're doing cosplays
I'm
and he's doing
doing
D&D.
Yeah, I'm doing the costumes, and Dylan's doing like the DIY stuff. Like, I'm gonna help him out sometimes. He's gonna help me out.
Well, something I plan on doing here. Are you familiar with the Reaper miniatures line?
No.
They're very, very affordable, very high quality miniatures
Oh.
that would do really well once we start getting a lot of those for the sessions themselves to use on the mats and everything.
I seen some at the store inside the mall that are just like these, and they have all kinds of characters. Me and Sam were thinking about buying them.
Are they metal, plastic?
I think they're plastic, and you can paint them.
If you want, like, if you get those, I'll paint them.
They're all kinds. Like there's
If you get some of them, and just
They're the D&D brand ones at Stormcastle.
You know what I'm talking about?
Are they don't have any Reapers there at all?
No.
They probably have
I
Reapers.
think they
They
had a
have,
little
lots of
bit.
stuff.
I don't think they have. Oh, they might have like maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, I was thinking of the old location. The new one they've kind of downsized.
The new one's like a mess. No offense.
It's
But
because
it's-
it's in.
They
it's
mixed
also
it all
sharing-
together.
Yeah, well,
I
they
didn't like
couldn't. They weren't doing well enough at both stores to keep both locations.
Yeah. So Mark just
Combined them.
Combined them, yeah.
That's smart, but it's hard to find the actual D&D stuff.
It's
The
in
actual D&D stuff is
the corner.
literally right past the cash register where you
Mhm.
see the books. There's the books. There's magic sleeves on the other side.
Yeah, like
There's some figures, and on the other side of the books, there's some stuff there too.
And everyone needs to start putting in stock of 3.5.
3.5.
3.5. I
Because
They
you
tried.
can't find ever.
they don't really make 3. They don't make 3.5 books anymore.
Yeah,
You
they're out of
should,
print.
because people still play that kind.
Yeah, but they're trying to push 5th, which don't get me wrong, I'm sure 5th is fine, but
I mean, I've read a little bit of 5th, and it seems okay. I have the 5e player's handbook if you want to read it. I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't because you're DMing 3.5.
Yeah, I'd wait
Yeah, I
until you got
wouldn't.
more 3.5 knowledge under
Because
your
then I
belt.
would be confused.
Yeah, confusing rules and shit. Like, but I remember being this. It's like, oh, I was in 5th.
In this campaign,
I oh, sorry, go ahead.
I definitely make my own rules and my own, like, how much health they have, how much damage you do. I definitely make that stuff up because it's supposed to be your world, your rules.
Yeah.
Right. Which, and you're not doing it in a weird, like, obnoxious way either. It all makes relative sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like what I was thinking about doing is if I got some more money, what I was going to do is by the time yours was done and mine was, I was thinking about trying to throw 5e at us and try all learning 5e while I'm DMing.
I think it'll be fun.
I think that's something we would be probably going down a couple years down the road to even pretty much move towards B5E or the new hotness.
And that would be our little foot in the door, like playing a small, because my campaign's not going to be very long. It's going to be like a short kind of one where everything's just weird.
Short ones turn into long ones. Mine wasn't supposed to be long, but then it turned into long.
Yeah, like especially if it's your first campaign you're DMing, you're like,
Oh, I
yeah.
already have a definite ending already.
I
That's
know,
the thing.
but you're definitely like, yeah, we'll just make this a short one-off, and then you start playing and realize the time you had, the amount of time you had to play, which again for our group usually isn't that case because we play for like damn near 10 hours a day, every time we record. But you start realizing like you had more you wanted to do.
I know. I mean, I get that, but it's just like the whole premise, the whole story arc is short. Like the whole story arc I'm doing is done, and then you can go back to the story and we can go on to another story arc. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like the first little part is shorter. It's like maybe going to be 3 sessions,
Man.
so like a month for us or so.
I have like 4 endings. If you guys go different ways, there's 4 endings that I could end up.
T P K
Well,
Please.
5,
P.
I guess.
Forgot about that one.
If I TPK, are we just done?
Well, no.
With
no.
you,
What's the problem?
We're
You guys are probably gonna. Okay, right now, are we allowed to spoil like the little stuff in the campaign?
I mean, I probably wouldn't, just to make sure we don't give away
Okay.
too
Our
much.
10-minute break, you can tell us. If
Yeah,
you
that's
want
for
to,
sure.
If you want to.
Well, you guys can.
Actually, no. You know what? No, this is your story. If you want to, you can.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil that part. Like, I'm gonna say if you guys do TPK, there's other characters in the campaign that I made relevant that you guys could switch to. Like your friend, that's a ladies' man, and like,
yeah, I love
You
him.
gotta
a
live
bunch
the
of
fantasy
people.
life.
and Sam can be like the little gnome guy that was like
His
trying
But
to
I'm a
fight.
gnome.
Remember?
yeah,
In the
yeah,
ring.
I remember that. That was funny.
And like, there's a bunch of people you guys can make, or you guys can make a new character, or we can go to a different campaign.
I was just curious. I'm like, I've always wanted to TPK, but at the same time, I really haven't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, TPK can lead to a lot of different situations.
Exactly.
Party can be really mad at you, and
Oh,
and
they
out of
100%
game.
would be.
For
but-
sure.
yeah,
If I ever TPK and you never see me again, you know what happens.
yeah.
We killed Scott and hit him underneath the floorboards. But no, like,
Does he even have floorboards?
it's just now he does.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool. When'd you do that? That must have taken a long time.
Yesterday, it took me 2 hours.
Really?
Cheap floorboards.
Ah, fair enough.
No, but once I get around to DMing, because I have before for this group here, what I'll try and do, because I've always wanted to, is whenever I DM, the character you used last time. I'm
Can we
good.
hold it?
The character you used the last time I DM'd is the character you're picking up with. Whenever I DM, and I guess the way we have it set out with a multi-world type deal is that's possible, and I like that.
Yeah, the thing is I like how we can just be like, yeah, cool, we did this campaign, we're now past champion level. What are we gonna do? Well, let's go to a different world. We're basically
Yeah.
level 1 there, but we're still level 20. Everything else is just way too strong.
Yeah. I'm trying to level up you guys' characters.
And that's what we're doing, what we were doing with the water campaign in Carceri.
Mhm.
We're level 20. No, we were level 15.
15.
We were going to go to Carceri, and basically, that's our new level 1. That's whatever. We can go over. It's fine. But that's what I thought would be fun. It'd be really fun. And,
Good job.
God, now I'm the one dropping
God,
things.
now we're not gonna go over.
You know what? I don't need you.
I don't need you either.
You guys need both each other to do this podcast.
Hey, you know what? We didn't ask
Do
for
this
your
stuff.
opinion.
Hey.
We didn't ask for you to come into this conversation.
I mean, we asked her to be
Well,
in the podcast.
sorta,
I think
yeah.
Okay, you got me there.
But no, that's what I was going to do with my campaign, pretty much. It's not like you're starting over from level 1 or you're not changing planes. It's just like, nah, you're going on one of the harder things. You did this and now this has changed, but you're going on the harder things.
Almost like I'm doing modules. And I might throw a couple in there to spice it up. One fucking module I want to put you guys through would be Return to Castle Ravenloft.
Really?
Yeah, the Expedition to Castle Ravenloft for 3.5.
Do you have that?
The PDF is free online by the person who made it.
Oh, okay.
So I can get access to it, and if I can print it off at work and hole punch it and put it in a binder, I'm going to fucking do that. Because I have overnights now,
And
so
not
what are they
get
going to do?
caught.
Right.
What is it?
So back in D&D 2.5 or 2, AD&D 2, there was a setting called Castle Ravenloft, and it was the Dracula Gothic horror setting.
Oh.
It was really cool.
It's super nice. In fact, the fun fact, because we're shooting the shit here, the cover art to, I believe, Castlevania 3, specifically where Dracula's posed, is completely taken from the cover of that book.
Oh, man. That was a good show.
100%. Oh, man, it's coming back. 8 episodes.
Oh, man, that was amazing. I love that character.
JoJo Part 5 also announced for October.
I forgot. I think Sam made a character after
No.
that character, and it was really cool. The main character with the whips and stuff.
Oh, Simon Belmont.
Oh, he's so cool.
I love Simon Belmont. But anyways, I want to try and run you guys when you're level appropriate after you're playing through a couple of my modules through that, because I want to see how it goes for you guys.
And that'd be fun. I like vampires, but vampires are super hard to kill. They're way
Yes,
too
they
hard. Oh my god! When
Here,
speaking
come on
Dylan,
inside.
The book is written.
Okay,
I knew that would get her
I
immediately.
have one more story.
I'm gonna kill you, Scott.
That we went into the past in their evil campaign, not in
In
their-
Askaya,
in
when we were
Askaya.
doing Askaya.
And we first got there, and we seen a demon. I think it was called a demon, and Sam was like, "At least there's one." But you know,
Babows.
there's never
Oh,
one
man.
demon. They always summon other demons, but we didn't know that.
At least there's just one.
And we were like, "Okay, we can do this." And freaking Dylan laughed at us, and we're like, "What's going on?" But he summoned more.
Didn't
by the
that
way.
fucking happen to
That's
us?
the same thing that happened to us,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm like, this sounds
It was
oddly
the same
familiar.
Babows. He's like, wait, Babows? I'm gonna throw Babows in like everything now. And he freaking, because I wasn't here, but I showed up after they were done playing, and immediately when I got in, it's like, well, at least it's just one Scott, and I'm just like,
Right.
everyone was pissed. It was fun.
Dude, I was so upset. But anyways, thank you for joining us for the 3rd episode of Dungeons and Dialogue with our special guest Nicole here.
Yepers.
Just a reminder, of course, always check out our social medias. We got the Twitter, we got Instagram, Facebook.
I don't know if we have Facebook.
I think we just have a Facebook. I don't know how much we post to it.
Instagram is more.
We're more active on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram's our jack of all trades place.
Yeah. And have you guys shared your Instagrams or anything?
I don't have an Instagram.
No, I haven't shared my Instagram.
I don't even have an Instagram.
Well-
Do not look for my Instagram. It's bad.
You can follow me at NikkiCrumb14 on Instagram. Just putting that out there.
Don't you guys have your own Twitch channel too, where you stream some games sometimes?
Twitch, I think it's NikkiCrumb14 too.
14 too.
No, just
14 as well.
Yeah, it's 14 or 12 at the end.
And then, of
You'll find
course,
me.
we also have our YouTube channel, and I believe they're all your D&D channel and all
Yes,
the media.
all of our social media and all of our stuff like that, like our Twitch, our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and maybe if we have a Facebook, they're all your D&D channel.
And aren't we going to upload something this week with the podcasts on there?
Yeah, these podcasts should be coming out but in like at the very latest 2 weeks from now on YouTube.
Right, because
Yeah.
we got to edit all 5 of these back to back. Scott's getting a couple. I'm getting a couple.
I need to get a new recording or a new editing software.
So look
get
out for that.
Mixcraft 5.
Yeah, I know. I just don't.
It's not even, you could probably do it in Audacity. Completely honest.
Nah. I tried. It doesn't work out right.
I bet I could do it.
And
I mean, if you can show me how, that's great.
it would be a fun adventure for all of us if you guys follow and watch us make this thing into something.
Yep. You'll probably, whenever we do post to YouTube, if you're not already subscribed, at least follow our Instagram, because that is where we will literally, that's the first place it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Is
fair.
as soon as we upload that video, or even as we're uploading it, it's going to be on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bar of telling us how long we have to wait for to upload it. That's probably going to be the picture. Did you really just twist that thing off again?
No, it got loose and fell again. It's not a good shock mount.
For like, what, the fourth time this time?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping count, to be completely honest.
And
But either way, we're going to go ahead and take a quick 15-minute break. Get the next person set up in here. It'll either be Sam or Dylan. But thank you again for joining us for this episode of Dungeons and Dialogue. And all of our listeners have a great night.
Yep. See you later.
Bye.